So here's the after from just the first cleaning, just from a cosmetics look. So here's after I did some artisanal cleaning. I just did it with a couple of bottles, some air, and just blew everything out. It kind of cleans it to where you can find any wiring that's been burnt or so. So here's the first pass. Got all the leaves, all the dirt and stuff off of it. Just hand cleaned it in the garage, and the wheels are just totally cool. So those wheels look like they don't have any lug nuts, but right there's that little circle, and this goes in there, and it's got a key, and that would go right in there. So that's keyed like that, and then these, there's the lug nuts. So I have to get a key for that, and getting the side window fixed or put in tomorrow. I got one off the internet for a reasonable price, and then that arrow there's a little dimple in there, and actually that one would probably be easy to get out. And I think that's Rick Johnson, Bad Boy. I just remember that from the 90s. And then on this side, same thing. The wheels look super cool. Everything's pretty straight, and right there's a dimple there, and then right there, and I think that looks relatively straightforward. And then a little ding there, little ding there, and then I think cosmetically the biggest thing is this plastic right there broke. I've got one side, but right now that'd be about the only thing cosmetically. What's great is I got these are the corners for like right here, so I think I've got enough between these two to rebuild this right side. So that was the only thing right there. So just looking good. I'm going to try the sunroof next, but there's the merkur and front lights, everything. And the other thing I have is these are fog lights, and this turn signal, it looks broken, but I think it's made. I think the fog light goes in there. Oh, it must be broken. So that's the correct way right there. That's the way it looks. So it looks like that turn signal thing looks really good. And says 49,000 on the odometer, and I'm starting to believe it after looking at this, because it's super clean, no corrosion, no rust. So I'll get deeper into it. And here's the trunk after I cleaned it. So kind of roll this back, so all that stuff in there is clean. And then I took some rust off of this VIN number back here, and it's got a little tie down hooks over there. It's got another seat belt for the 5th person. I think that's a speaker wire, and then the struts I'm going to fix. And then this is the stuff that goes in there, right there. And spare tire. And then the previous owner had unbolted the seat, so that shows you the passenger seat. And then if we look in, doors all closed good. And once again, these just look too nice for a car that's rolled over 100,000. So then I just did a quick cleaning in there, vacuumed, same thing. Back seats really don't mean anything usually, because a lot of people don't sit there, but it's got this cool little, so all that stuff works, all the seat belts are there. And then There's a thing for the cassettes. And there's the keys. Got the automatic transmission. And then I think all this stuff is original. The cassette and the audio control. The one thing I gotta see is I thought these came with heated seats, so I've still got to research where that is. But there's the controls, there's the heater controls, and we'll go over to the other side. Oh, actually, the sunroof right there. I haven't opened it yet. So that's the wear of the seat, and typically that would tell me that it's got more than 100,000 miles. But from what I've read about people who've had these, the interiors wore out really quick, but the rest of it, it just doesn't jibe with the seat. Everything else is just in super good shape. Look at that door panel. That thing just looks awesome. And then I'm thinking that the mileage might be true, because usually I can tell by pedal wear, and obviously you can always change these out, but people never do, especially the gas pedal, because that rubber thing's really hard to take out. But it's that's the one that wears out with your feet. This one had floor mats. That's clean, but right there, that's good. And then always right here, you've got this wear here, but for if it had 140,000 miles, I think this would be way worse. So we'll do a little bit more investigating. So right there, so it's got cruise control. And I'm assuming that's for the illumination for the speedo. So 49,436 miles. The inlet lights. And then there's the boost gauge. And the automatics were set to a lower boost than the manuals. But it looks like it turns, what, 50, 57, 50? And so there's the wipers. So I don't think it has heated seats. And then that's about the only, that's a crack there and a crack there, but man, that's really good for this year. And in here, let's see. So there's the sunroof. Alright, it opens. Got lights here, so let's that looks good. Oh wow. Actually lights. That's freaking awesome. Right there. And then here's the sunroof, and it works. So that's cool. And then go inside. Right there. There's the locking position, and then there's the slider, and it's cool. It's got these little vents. And then the other thing I was looking at, this thing does have heated seats. Those buttons are for heated seats. Right there. So we'll see what happens with those. But that goes something like that. Looks like the hazard light. Oops, it probably goes like this. So that one, the hazard light, I think. The wipers work. The lights. Close the door. Oh my goodness. And then the back hatch is open. So you got these all. So this is good. And then if I just click, this thing turns over. Yahoo! So we'll see what happens. And there's the dash layout right there. And the one thing I forgot was the lamest horn in the whole world. I'm gonna honk the horn, Kurt. You tell me if this is the lamest horn you ever heard. It's like from a Model A or something. Just, God, what a terrible horn. So here's the rear hatch all done. The easiest job.
Are you talking to yourself?
Yup.
The police are interfering with the woman to one of two things.
So something straightforward is turning into a real pain. So these were not made to be separated from their window. So I had gotten that, which was semi-unobtainium, but it didn't come with the rubber. So this is the old rubber. And I gotta get all that glass out of that seam. And it is just stuck in there. So we'll see how long this takes. Right there. So there's the aft, and that's what it's gonna look like when it's installed. So I got my window guy coming back, he's gonna help me, and this will be as good as new.